If you attracted and accepted a pathological narcissist in your life, then you are dealing with a familiar spirit. You are dealing with a familiar spirit, which means that it is very close to you, which means you must investigate your family. The people that raised you, the soil that you were planted in. Because if you're watching this video or listening to this audio, then you most likely grew up in a narcissistic, dysfunctional family system. And in these dysfunctional family system, all the children get neglected or abused. All the children get neglected or abused because this dysfunctional family system is headed or led by emotionally immature or emotionally unavailable caregivers. And since they are emotionally immature or emotionally unavailable, then there is going to be a deficit. Something is missing. There is going to be a lack. And what you will see is a lack of emotional nurturing, which manifests itself as emotional neglect. That is why you're on this channel. That is why you're here. So, were you the scapegoat? Were people dumping their trauma off onto you? Were you being blamed for things you didn't do? Were you just being blamed for minding your business? Were you the scapegoat? Were you the lost child? Were you just kind of there? Were you the invisible child? Nobody really paid attention to you. Think very deep, everyone, about your upbringing. Because that's the deficit. That's the lack that we endured. And it is this lack, it is this void that allowed an opening within us, that vulnerability within us. And that is what allowed us to be susceptible to these dysfunctional people. Because if you're watching this video or listening to this audio, then I know that you were most likely groomed to be the family's scapegoat or the family's lost child, or maybe you were the surrogate parent. Maybe you had to parent your parents or parent your younger siblings. So what eventually happens is when we grow up into adulthood, we take on enabler tendencies. We pick up codependent tendencies, which is a type of boundarylessness. Hence, we become overgivers. So we end up in the orange zone on the Hawkins scale. And you see, overgivers attract takers. And these are your pathological narcissists. These are your users and abusers. And this is the cycle that we must break. We must break these scapegoat roles. We must step out of the scapegoat role and escape. Today, we must be an escapegoat. And this is why you have to go no contact, which means that you have to implement firm boundaries with dysfunctional people. Because dysfunctional people have dysfunction to give. Dysfunctional people have dysfunction to give people. I sincerely hope you understand that narcissists gave you the best that they had. And the best that they could give is abuse, is neglect, is torture. That is exactly what you will get from someone that has psycho-spiritual arrested development and they are stuck at the bottom of the consciousness ladder. Low vibrational beings behave in a low vibrational manner. And this is why you must get the courage to walk away and heal.